BBC Radio Shropshire, it's 6:15. A Shropshire couple say they've been left traumatised after seeing a fox being ripped apart, in their words, by hunting dogs just outside their front gate. Steve and Marion Olden live in Marchamley Wood near Market Drayton and describe themselves as animal lovers. Our reporter Ibra Khan caught up with the couple as they recalled the experience.
We heard signs of the hunt, and they're often around here on a Wednesday, probably about once a month, I guess. And then we began to see numbers of hounds all sort of fragmented, totally out of control. They were coming through here, they were coming there, round by the pond where we have a wildlife
So literally about 10 yards away from us?
They were right here, they were running around the house, into our garden. Our own dogs are going berserk at this stage, as you can imagine. Through these woods here, and they were just running amok, basically.
And then what happened?
This went on for about an hour.
And that's private land, isn't it?
This is our land, this is our paddock here, yeah. So, okay, that's a public right-of-way there on the land. The hounds were down into this little copse down here, and the hunt were down there, and the horns were going. Eventually, one of the hunts came to the gate here and asked if he could come on our land to get the hounds. There was supposed to be a master of hounds. There was no evidence of that. And they were talking to Marion, and I went up and I said, well, I thought you weren't supposed to hunt foxes now. And they said, no, we're trail hunting. We've laid trails. Well, we're here 24 hours a day. No one's laid trails through our garden, through our paddocks. So the hounds weren't onto a trail at all.
So did you allow them in then?
I said, yeah, if you can get your hands off. Because next door sheep are in lamb, and I was worried about them.
As they were saying this to us, we heard the hounds coming down this field here, the other side. The hunts were in pursuit, so they were just coming down the lane. And as we're talking to these people, the fox came through this hedge here and tried to get through the hedge here. But there's a wire fence, as you can see, there's some wire fencing. The fox got caught in that wire fence there. There were hounds on that side, the hounds converged on that side, and they proceeded to rip the fox apart.
In front of you?
In front of us, in front of myself and Marion. Now, we're screaming at these people to get the hounds off, and they would do nothing at all. Now, you have a fox, you have hounds, you have hunts. If that's not fox hunting, what is? And then they say, well, accidents happen, accidents happen.
Did you call the police?
Yeah, I called the police.
So what happened?
The police came out. I mean, we were in shock, we were traumatised, because we're animal lovers. I'm still having flashbacks now. I can't get it out of my mind. You know, there are all sorts of wild animals. We don't have a problem. We don't ask them to come out. We don't have a problem with foxes here. We don't need a hunt round here. We don't ask them. We don't have a problem. So the police came out within half an hour, and apparently they'd had 2 other reports of exactly the same thing, of a fox being pursued by hounds, being followed by the hunt, and that they were visiting 2 other people as well. There were remnants there, there's fur, there was intestines, there was blood there, so the evidence were there.
If the North Shropshire Hunt were in front of you, what would you say to them? What would be your stance?
They're using this excuse of accidents happening. This is happening every day around the country. They're blatantly flouting the law. If this was a group of youngsters with wild dogs, this is a pack of dogs, these are not domesticated dogs, probably 40 dogs, and then a pack of 30 mounted people running riot up and down the lane, we would arrest them, we'd put them in prison. But these people think they're above the law.
Strong words there from Steve Olden talking to BBC Radio Shropshire's Ibra Khan. Well, on the line we have Phil Jones, who's a joint master of the North Shropshire Hunt. Good evening to you, Phil.
Good evening. Nick, is it?
It's Adam. Now, according to Steve and Marion, these incidences are happening far too often. What's your take on it?
No, I can't agree with that. I mean, we were that particular day hunting, trail hunting. We went on past the property. We realised we were short of some hounds. We came back up looking for them. Some of the hounds were, as has already been said, were on his property. And they were being pulled out by one of the hunt staff, or tried to get away by one of the hunt staff. And suddenly, from somewhere or other, a fox jumped up. There was a confused situation there. Unfortunately, this fox did get killed right in front of Mr. and Mrs. Oldham, and I can only apologise for that. It was very unfortunate.
Just explain to us, Phil, the ruling on hunting at the moment, because I think there are many people who think fox hunting has been outlawed, but where are you at with it?
No, fox hunting as like that is outlawed. We were trail hunting, and we had the bulk of the pack with us, but some hounds in the Marshamley Wood area had got astray from the rest of the pack. We went back looking for them, and unfortunately this incident happened. We rang the police straight away to report that we'd had an accident. So, I mean, you know, we were up front, we rang the police immediately.
So this is a case that the dogs have got the scent of a fox and gone after it, and there's not really much you can do about that?
I'm not saying that was totally the case. This fox seemed to appear, this fox seemed to jump up in the middle of somehow or other. It was there by the side of the road. It went through one hedge and then, as has already been said, was trying to come back to another hedge. Unfortunately, the hounds were in very close proximity. There was wire there, and unfortunately the fox was killed.
So what would you say to Steve Oldham to assure him that this kind of thing won't happen again, that it has just been an accident?
It's not our intention or our aim for anything like this to happen. I was there, I spoke to him there, he was upset, and certainly from my point of view, it's not the sort of thing one's going out to try to achieve. And all I can do is apologise on behalf of the hunt, and we'll do everything in that. Well, it's not the sort of thing we're looking to try to do at all.
Okay, Phil, thanks for your time this evening.
Okay, thank you.
That's Phil Jones, the Joint Master of the North Shropshire Hunt.